What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made a video. Sorry about that. My only excuse is life's kind of gotten in the way. This is just sort of going to be a chit-chat vlog, kind of like a life update, because I haven't checked in with you guys in a while. First up, I want to announce I am 1 year sober, and I couldn't be more proud of myself. A year ago, I didn't think I'd be telling my story to anyone. I didn't think that I would be alive, even a few weeks down the road. Life was very difficult for me. And, sorry, an itch on my chest. Boob itch. Happens. But yeah. Life update. So, I had to leave work, and that's really bumming me out. That really sucked. Have recently gotten off the medication that was making me lose my hair, but I have bald patches and I had to get a haircut that I really didn't like. And so I am just wearing wigs to, let my hair grow for the time being and just leave it alone. I'm not doing anything to it except taking care of it. I invested in like a bunch of Olaplex products and scalp serums and like special shampoo and conditioner and stuff like that, and vitamins. So I'm trying to get my hair back to the point where I'm comfortable wearing my natural hair again. But yeah, that medication really sucked. It caused really bad water retention. Like my weight was fluctuating between like 10 and 15 pounds just in water weight. Like I literally could go way up or way down and my face would look really swollen. And that's finally stopping. I was starting to gain weight, and I just felt really sluggish, so they took me off it. They ran some tests and found out it was affecting my thyroid, and that's not good. So they took me off it, and they put me on something else, and now I'm feeling better. I had to have surgery, and I could not take, a long medical leave of work, so I had to leave. So now, I'm out of work for a few months, and I'm gonna have surgery again soon, and then hopefully after that, my quality of life will pretty much be back to normal, and I'm going to be starting a new job elsewhere. It's already lined up. They told me just to come when I'm done being sick, I guess, and, I'm going to be making more money there, and it's much closer to home. I was having to commute over an hour to get to work every day, so that's good. I am nervous. The work environment I left was very supportive and caring, and I worked with wonderful people that had become very dear friends to me, and it was just heartbreaking to have to leave. I really liked my job. I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was happy, and I really wish I could just go back, but right now I can't. They said I'm always going to have a place there if I want my job back, which was nice of them to say, but realistically, that's just not something that's going to be, doable. So yeah, it is what it is. It bums me out, but I am a year sober, and I couldn't be more proud of myself. It feels amazing to just be sitting here and having things in my life quiet and stable right now. Me and the boyfriend are doing pretty good. He told me he started a new job and he's making much better money and he's happier at his new job, and he told me not to pressure myself to go back to work. And he is going to take care of me, and he has been taking care of me, and he's been doing a great job, and I love him. It's so boring here at home. This feels like the beginning of the pandemic, man. I am just stuck here right now. I still can't drive. My license is suspended because I was hospitalized for a seizure, and in the state of Virginia, if you have a seizure, you cannot drive for 6 months, which sucks. So I am just kind of stuck here at home. I mean, after surgery, I bounced back pretty quick. I didn't expect to be, okay pretty much within a week or two, but I was, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful that my body is still, doing its thing, trying to heal itself, trying to take care of me and keep me alive. I've been working with a nutritionist and a dietitian as well. I'm really just trying to get my health back on track. Addiction really messed up my body. And I'm dealing with the aftermath. And I did do it to myself. So there's a certain amount of like self-pity I'm not letting myself feel. Like, you did this to yourself. You need to, work hard to get back to where you used to be. And I'm working very hard at that. And I'm starting to feel a lot better. Um, I have all this time off now, so I'm going to be making videos more. You know, getting back into makeup, just getting back into like my hobbies and interests, like when I'm not working, I have more time for me. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna focus on me and try to get back to being, happy and productive. So, shit happens. I'm not like thrilled about this situation. I don't think anyone would be. But I think I'm handling it pretty well. At least I would like to think so. There's been a few bad days. There's been days where I just feel like such shit about myself, and I sit in bed all day, and I just like play like the self-pity game and stuff. And I've been working really hard to not do that anymore, to not do that to myself anymore. I really need to be easier on myself. I have to remind myself every day to go easy on myself. And, as a former addict, that can be hard too, sometimes. But when me and my boyfriend went out to celebrate my year sober, I celebrated with my parents as well. Um, Exciting news. I don't know if I've mentioned this in any of my other videos, but I am adopted. And I ended up taking an Ancestry.com test just to see, like, what I was mixed with, what my background was. And, it came up with Japanese, Eastern European, Irish, a little bit of Korean, and I think the rest was like a little bit of like Scandinavian, kind of like Iceland and Norway and stuff. Very little bit. But most of it was Eastern European and East Asian, which was Northern Japan, it said specifically. But that was cool. But what was even cooler was I had blood relatives, biological relatives that had taken these tests and were on the site. So I was able to contact them, and I was able to find members of my birth family, and I've been getting to know them, and that has filled a huge hole in my life. Like, most adopted people will tell you, like, you will always wonder where we came from, what our family traits were and everything. We're always going to be curious about that. So it was really great to meet my birth family. That was the experience of a lifetime and stuff. Me and my boyfriend went out on the Potomac River on a boat and went jet skiing to celebrate my year sober. We went out to dinner. Thought it was really nice. My parents, I went over and just hung out at their house. They live on a river as well. They live on the Occoquan River, so I went kayaking, visited with their new puppy and everything. And then I picked up my cat Nazgul from their house, and I brought him here. And he wasn't here long. He had to go back to their house. He was being a very bad boy over here. He did not adjust well to the move. So, unfortunately, me and my boyfriend have to wait until we have a bigger place to bring him here, which sucks. He is just a very large, very lively cat. And he's better suited to having more space at my parents' house. He got along with our other two kittens fine. The dog and him were not getting along. He was antagonizing the dog. And he was super aggressive towards my parrot, which I didn't like. I have a parrot named Rudy. And, he was just not adjusting well here. So I took him back home, and I think when me and my boyfriend have our own place, then I can bring him there, and he will be happier. He was having to get used to a bunch of new people here and new rules, and I think he would just be happier. Anytime he's lived with me, and it's just been, like, me and whoever I'm dating in, like, an apartment, like, he's always been fine. He's adjusted really well. Just this time, I think it was just too much new for him, and it wasn't, like, one-on-one with me, so he didn't do well, and he's happier back at my parents', so he's back over there for now, and I have actually been going to see him pretty much every weekend, and spending time with him. He is my little buddy boy, forever and always, and I love that cat to pieces. My animals are doing great. Snoopy is laying on the bed right now. He's got his butt on my foot, which I wish he wouldn't. You fart on my foot, I'm gonna kill you, dog. Kittens are doing great. Casca's big. We just got her fixed. Artemis is a little too young to get fixed still, but almost. She's coming up on it. Parrot is doing good. Bird's doing good. He's learned a lot of new words. We're bonding pretty well. He has stopped throwing the temper tantrums that he was throwing in the beginning. Not nearly as much. He does get excited about things, but he's not like being super aggressive anymore, which is good. Um, but yeah, other than that, life's just been really quiet, you know? And that's really all I can ask for at this time of my life. A year ago, like, my life was total fucking chaos. Like, I was hotel hopping, I was just staying with, like, whoever would let me stay with them. I was selling drugs and illicit substances. I was using illicit substances. And it was pretty bad. I was going into withdrawal quite often, which is just hell on your body. I wasn't sleeping much. I was not eating well. I wasn't eating at all. I was starving myself. And, at the end of it, I weighed less than 90 pounds and I destroyed my body. And, I really had a death wish. I was hoping at one point all of that would kill me. It was a slow suicide. And I'm so happy to be in such a better place now. And I'm happy life is quiet. That is literally all I wanted to get back to, was just a quiet, simple sort of life. Um, I don't like it when my life is overly complicated or overly dramatic or drama filled. I don't think most people like living like that. And, you know, addiction is one hell of a ride. And the fact that I'm sitting here today after how low I let myself fall is just, it's amazing. Like, I have been so incredibly blessed and lucky um to have found a way out of that. And um what's really nice is pandemic was hard on a lot of us, and a lot of us fell into addiction again. We were already there and we fell back into it, or we started a journey on a new addiction. Like a first time. And you know the pandemic hit people hard, so I understand why that happened. But it led to a bunch of people I knew, old friends and people I care about and stuff, falling into that lifestyle, and that was really hard to watch. I went to quite a few funerals of people I never expected to be going to. And that was really sad, but now a lot of them are coming out of it. Just recently I've heard from a few different people that have said that me sharing my story has inspired them to go get clean, and that's amazing. And I'm happy that I could influence you guys to get help, because life does get better after addiction. It does. It 100% improves. It's not overnight. You really have to confront your demons. Getting over addiction is not, and making it through the other side is not just not doing drugs anymore. It's facing the trauma that brought you there in the first place. It's facing all the bad habits and shitty coping mechanisms and trauma and abuse and hurt and pain that brought you to the point of addiction, and it's facing it head on and working through it and learning how to live with it. And that is the most difficult part about getting clean, is getting honest with yourself and realizing, you want to go out, puppy? Right. And realizing that you need help and that you have a problem and that this isn't a way you can keep living, and realizing that you have some demons to face. You have some stuff you're gonna have to confront, and that's so incredibly difficult to do. um you know and lots of people I know have gotten clean on their own, but it's really hard to do without a support system and without medical help and intervention. you know um right now I am sponsoring two people. I don't really believe in NA. I tried it and I found it to be a lot like a cult, and it just didn't work for me, so I went to like one or two meetings and I said, okay, I'm not doing this. um But I do believe that doing things like sponsorships work. I had 2 friends approach me and ask me, you know, if they could just give me a call whenever they're struggling. Um, and if I could help keep them on the straight and narrow. And I felt like I could take on that responsibility, and so I said yes. You know, we talked, we set some boundaries. And I told them, you know, I'm not a professional. I am in no way, shape, or form licensed to give any sort of like real medical or therapeutic advice, but you know, I will definitely tell you not to do it if you call me and are struggling. So, and that's actually been going really well. They said that that was a big help, having a sober buddy. You know, and when I first got clean, I had my sober buddies, and I had people I could call when things were getting rough that understood what I was going through. So I'm glad I can provide that to people. It makes me feel really good about myself. But yeah, other than that, there's just not much to update, man. In the second part of this video, I'm going to be showing you a new makeup look that I have been doing. I was playing around with some makeup the other day and just kind of ended up coming to this look, and I felt so pretty in it, and I felt like the colors were so pretty, and so I'm going to go through the process of what it took for me to create that look. But yeah, life is good. Life is beautiful. I really can't complain. There's just not a lot in my life going on right now. I'll be making more videos. I did a poll on Facebook, and some of you said you wanted to see what I ate in a day, which I'm down to do. And some people wanted to do more of like a day in my life, like from when I get up to when I go to bed, like what am I doing? And the answer to that is, I don't know if I'm going to do that because I'm just not doing much that is filmable. Like, there's, like, when you vlog, you have to be doing things that are interesting for people to watch. And when I'm just at home doing housework, I am not really sure how interesting that is, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. But, yeah, I really just wanted to check in with you guys and update you on my life and what's been going on. I'm still dealing with a health issue, but other than that, things are okay. I am optimistic about the future. I am looking forwards to just kind of getting back to normal and feeling a little bit better and stuff, and going back to work eventually. But in the meantime, I guess enjoy this makeup look I'm about to do. I will see you in the second half of this video. I love you guys. You guys are my rock. I couldn't have made it a year without you guys and your support. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the second part of this video. Bye. What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm going to show you this makeup look I've been doing while we have a conversation. First, I am going to start off with skin prep. I am going to go in with the Physicians Formula Rose All Day Oil-Free Serum. This serum is awesome. I almost use this as like a pre-primer to my makeup primer. It's luminous. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but it has sort of a pink pearlescent sheen to it. And I find that it really helps blur and even out my skin tone before I do my makeup. I do have my eyebrows on already right now. And then I'm going to go in with the Ahava Time to Hydrate Active Moisture Delcrene Advanced Skin Conditioner. And this has been the daytime moisturizer I have been using besides my, unless I'm going to be outside. And then I use my Murad Vitamin C Moisturizer because it is an SPF 30 sunscreen built in. But I'm not really going to be outside much today, so I'm not going in with a sunscreen-based moisturizer. Alright. And then I am going to add on top of that a little bit of the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Oxygenate Sunscreen SPF Firm 30 Primer Base. And this is a blurring primer. And I'm not going to use a lot of this, like that much, It's a very small amount, and I am just going to put that where I need a little extra help, like where I get like patchy bits or big pores or dryness, especially under my eye area. And I like to put a tiny bit on my eyelids just because I have desert dry, extremely dry fucking eyelids. So sometimes they need a little help in the moisture department, so just pat a little bit of that on my eyelids. And then before my foundation, I like to go in the setting spray. I'm using the Physicians Formula Rose All Day Illuminating Setting Spray. This look is very glowy. This might be a little glowy for some people, a little too dewy, but I like it really dewy. And then I just massage that into my face a little bit. Combine it with everything. And the key to this is, like, don't use too much products. Just use, like, a small amount. Just enough to cover your face where it needs it. Then I'm going to prep my lips with the Tarte Jelly Glaze. This is, I think, the strawberry one. Dude, this one was really tiny. This is actually a sample, and this is lasting me like 6 months. It is so small. Like, you only need the tiniest amount. Like, that much. And it's super thick. Like, this is super, super thick. Alright. And now, what I'm going to do is get myself a mirror. So we are going to start our makeup. First, what I am going to do is I'm going to go in with my concealer first. And sometimes I like to do concealer first. This is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I'm just going to put a little by my eyes. Just where I think I need it. Just a little bit. Then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and blend that out. This eye makeup look isn't like super heavy and it's not using super dark colors, so I am going to go ahead and do my skin first. But if you want to do your skin last, that's fine too. That is fine too. But for this look, there is just not gonna be like super heavy dark colored fallout, so I feel safe doing my skin first. Alright, so a year sober. It feels pretty good. Now I'm gonna go over that with this. This is a cushion foundation by Katkin, and it is fucking beautiful. This is the most beautiful packaging. And this comes with refills, so your compact is reusable, which I really like. This is very sheer coverage. This is as air cushions usually are, but this is so sheer, but it does give a good amount of coverage. It's literally like an eraser for your skin. Like, it's just going to blur and perfect everything, and your skin is just left looking dewy and natural and beautiful afterwards. So I really like this. It is the lightest coverage possible. But it really, I want to say, like, I don't know what the right word is. Maybe like it camouflages things well, or it just perfects them. But this, when you look up close, it really doesn't look like you got like makeup on your skin. It just looks like your skin has been blurred and perfected. And you can buy this on Amazon. This was a random buy I decided to try out. I was in the market for a new air cushion, and I really liked this one. Yeah, got hair in my mouth. And next, I'm going to contour with my Fenty Match Stick in Amber, and we're just going to lightly contour. But yeah, a year sober. I'm pretty proud of myself. You know, and what's good about recently is I've had a lot of friends that were still using that have started the process, I guess, of getting help and getting clean, and that makes me so happy. I don't ever want my friends to suffer, and it's really good to see that people that were using with me are getting help. Some of them aren't. Some of them are doing worse, but... Alright, and we're just gonna blend that with our beauty blender. I really like this shade. This is just like a nice, neutral sort of goes really good with my skin tone. A lot of contours, because I'm a very pale person, even if they're cool toned, can just be a little much on my skin. So I like this because it blends beautifully. Like, it just looks like your skin, but like in shadow, which is what contour is supposed to be. Contour is supposed to mimic shadow. So, and shadows are gray, so ideally you want something a little more cool tone. And this amber color is a bit more neutral. Sometimes things that are really cool toned can look a little like ashy on me. So I actually like to contour something that has in between a cool and a warm tone. This is pretty neutral. Alright, now we are going to powder, and I am going to go in with the YSC Collection Loose Setting Powder. Just going to shake some out, tap some in the lid. I'm not going to be very heavy with this powder. I'm never too heavy with my powder, and I'm going in with my Powder and Company Powder and Go brush by Farah Cosmetics. Got this in my Ipsy bag. I really like it. It is great, dual-sided brush. Picks up powder well and deposits it nicely. So I'm just going to sort of, and I'm not going in with much powder, and this is just the lightest dusting, just to sort of set my makeup, because this is a very dewy sort of base. You know, we got a lot of moisture on the skin. It's very, very dewy. But this powder is nice. It really sets everything down. So, yeah. Alright, now I'm going to prime my eyelids with just a little bit of my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Just a little bit. I'm not going to go too heavy with this. And usually sometimes concealers don't work well as a eye base or an eye primer, but this does because it dries down very matte. And ideally you want your eye primer to dry down a little bit. You don't want it to be heavy. But I just like to tap this on my lids, and I find this helps my eyeshadow a lot. Alright. So then, last thing I'm going to do with skin is go in with my Punch Me blush by Ciate London. And this is broken, but it is this pretty, like, I like to call this strawberry lemonade color. This has swirls of a beautiful lemony gold shimmer in it. And it reminds me of strawberry lemon. I'm going to do my blush quite high up on the top of my cheekbone there, sort of back behind my eye. And I've really been into 80s, like, sculptural blush lately, so I've been doing it how I would see it done in the 80s, which is high up on the cheekbone here, and sort of carried gently around the edges of your contour, and it sort of helps that contour blend with your skin tone. You don't want to be... I don't like doing the super heavy 80s blush, but I do like this. I like the shape it helps give my face, and I just think it looks adorable and healthy and beautiful. So, a little bit of that. I like to put just a little on the tip of my nose, touch across the bridge, and then just a touch on the tip of the chin. Not much. The amount of blush you're using for this is very light. You want to be light-handed, work in layers. If you want to build up, you can, but I like to keep things in thin layers. And then just to touch up a bit on my cheekbones, I'm going to go in with the Lovecraft Beauty bronzer. I don't know what shade this is. I've had this forever. It's pretty old. I'm just going to pop this a little bit to the hollows of my cheekbones and a little under my chin. And if you think anything looks too intense, you can tap a little of that translucent setting powder onto the lid, the big brush side, and you can just tap over everything just lightly if you'd like to tone it down a bit. I like to do this just to add a bit of another layer on top of it anyways. I think this helps everything blend together. So there. Alright, now we are going to move on to eyes. And what I want to do is get you a nice fluffy blending brush. I'm not sure who these brushes are by. I got sent these in my Ipsy bag. So, I have right here the Naked Urban Decay palette in Ultraviolet. I'm going to go in with this color right here called Hacked as sort of a transition color. I'm going to dab my brush in there just lightly, tap off the excess, and with a light hand, starting at the corner, you're just going to tap, tap, tap just gently into that corner and sort of bring it around. And you can create any eye shape you want with this look. You don't have to follow the shape I'm doing. This is just what I'm doing, but I'm keeping this flicked up towards my eyebrow and gently blending right above my crease here. Just lightly blending. And you can take this as far over as you want. You can connect it in through here. You can leave it sort of like a half moon shape, which is what I'm doing. And you want to blend this out pretty well. Really nice and softly blend. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other eye with that color Hacked. Just sort of tap your brush, that corner, start flicking out and building this sort of half moon shape. Just making sure everything is very nicely blended. So I don't know about y'all's part of the country, wherever you are right now, but it has been a disgustingly hot summer. Climate change is definitely real, y'all. It is upon us. So I hope you all are staying cool. Just remember, if you are on maintenance medication like methadone or Suboxone or Subutex, sweating carries things out of your body. So keep your hydration levels up, because as you sweat, you metabolize your maintenance medication faster, and you can actually put yourself into withdrawal if you get too dehydrated. So to maintain the levels of medication in your bloodstream at a therapeutic level, make sure you stay cool and hydrated and don't overexert yourself in this heat, please. It's just a little tip for y'all on maintenance medication out there. I am not on maintenance medication. I was in the beginning. I decided to go off it because I have significant kidney issues and it has been affecting them. Alright, so let us move on in this look. I'm going to take my Juvia's Place. This is the Mauves palette, and this palette is pretty beat up. I use this a lot. I really like the colors in here, but we are going to take this sort of purpley pinky metallic shade. I'm not sure what this is called. We're going to take that same blending brush, dab it in. Make sure you really tap off the excess. And then right at that outer corner, you're going to gently pat that color on just to deepen that outer corner ever so slightly. And do the same for the other eye. Just gently pat that color on to the outer corner there. Alright, then you're going to want to go in for a slightly smaller, clean, fluffy blending brush and take your Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette again. And I am going to go in with this color. It is called Euphoric, and it's this pretty iridescent mermaid scale looking purpley blue color. Take some on your brush, tap the excess out, and then what you are going to want to do is around the outside here of this corner, you're going to want to start tapping. It's just right there. Tap, 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 tap. And you're going to want to take it a little bit under the eye like this. And sort of around on this corner. And you're going to slowly build that color up little bit by little bit. Right there. On the outer corner. And blend that. Don't blend it all the way across where you've blended your other colors, but sort of keep it on this outer corner right here and gently connect underneath. And I like a good tail up on my eyeshadow like that. And we're going to do the same on the other side. On the lower edge of the corner here, tap to deposit that color. Bring it around a little bit underneath. And then just blendy, blend, blend, blend. Oh, but yeah, I am tired of this heat, guys. It's been hot. I've been out of work, so I've just been bored at home, but at least it gives me a good excuse to make videos for you guys, so I do like doing that. Alright, and then we're going to take this brush. This is very dense little angled pecker brush. It's called the Smoky Detailer. We are going to go into our Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette. We are going to take that same iridescent blue and mix it with the slightly darker purple right next to it. So just back and forth, really work it into that brush. Tap off excess. Now this, what we are going to do is do our inner corners with this. I have an extra fold of skin right in there. So to close my eye, and I have to work this brush under that fold of skin. I guess being half Asian, I'm half Japanese, comes with sometimes having these really heavily hooded eyes and having those little extra folds of skin right there, which I don't mind. Sometimes though, it makes it a little hard to do my makeup on the inner corner because they do have that little bit of extra space. And take that purple color just right there, your inner corner, and we want to connect it underneath like that, and add a little bit more in this outer corner and leave the middle open, right there in the middle eye. Leave that open. So it should start looking something like this. And this can look a little rough on the inner corner, so just take your little blendy brush and blend out, leaving the middle of your eye right here blank. Just right there, leave that blank. And if you want to further soften this, you can take your finger and just tap it lightly. And then we're going to do the same with the other eye. Get that inner corner. Really, you can just use this packer brush to place the shadow kind of where you want it. Like, your other blending brush or your finger is going to do the job of blending and softening this. So, this is a good tool for sort of getting the shadow on the eye where you want it. Alright, I'm gonna soften this up with my blending brush. Tap it a little bit. Just like that. Alright. Oh, sorry, I got a text message here. Let me clear that up for y'all.
Good. Alright, now we're going to take our concealer again. And on the middle of our eye right here, we're just going to put a little dot. You don't need a lot. You do not need a lot. And then we can just take our fingers and tap that onto the middle part of your lid right there, just to brighten it up a bit. If you want to add more concealer, you can. I don't think you need to, though. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take our Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette. And we are going to go in with these two colors right here. We're going to go in with Purple Horseshoe and Lucky Clover. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So you're going to take Purple Horseshoe. You can use a brush. I like to use my pinky finger. And we're going to put that on the middle of our lids where we put our concealer. Tap that in. Just right there on the middle. I know the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette is kind of like an old news thing, but it's just so pretty. Like, even if you don't, you know, like, even if you're not into like the colorful highlighter look anymore, like these make like really good like shimmer shadows as well. Like, if you bought this palette and you're not using it anymore, I suggest taking another look at it because it is a good palette. Alright, so we're going to take our blending brush and we're going to actually go in with this color called Warning in our ultraviolet palette. Just tap a little bit on it and we're just going to sort of use that to blend the edges of this in the middle of our eye and sort of bring the other colors together. If you hear a weird noise, that is my dog snoring. He is on the bed next to me. I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit of that Clear Hacked and just go around the edges, go through and blending, and just really make sure this is soft. Then you're going to take your Moonchild palette again. You're going to take a bit of Lucky Clover. Use my other pinky because it's clean. Or you can take this color in this palette. It is a beautiful iridescent mint green called Lucid. I'm actually going to mix the two, the Moonchild and Lucid. They're almost exactly the same color. Like, this eyeshadow is definitely a dupe for that. And then right here on the bottom part of your eyelid, you're just going to gently sweep a bit of that beautiful iridescent green. This is a very colorful eyeshadow look, by the way, but it is so pretty. And we're gonna tap it. So it should be looking something like this. And then we're going to take a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to go over all my edges. Just tapping them, making sure they're blended. And then right here in our inner corners, we're going to take some Lucid and Lucky Clover again. And we're just going to dab this on our inner corner. Just a little bit. And this is so pretty. I feel like a fairy wearing this. Like, it is so pretty. Alright. Tap all that in. Good. And now I'm going to look at my skin, see if there's really any fallout. There really isn't. You can clean up under your eye a little if you want. I did not get a lot of fallout on this. But if you want to clean up or brighten your under eye, now is the time to do that. I don't really think that was that bad, so. Alright, now we're going to take a black liquid liner and do just a little in the outer corner. Like, I don't want like a full liquid liner thing here. I might though, I don't know. Actually, fuck it. I think I'm going to go in with all liquid liner today. That's something I don't do a lot. And we're just going to do a nice little flick. And some liquid liner. There we go. And get this as close to your lash line as you can. If you need a tight line to have like a more solid black line, I suggest you do that. I don't know what brand. This liquid liner is the Hard Candy Bold and Gorgeous liquid liner, and it has a unique tip, which I think is making doing this liquid liner really easy. I really like the tip on this. So, and I bought this liner at the Dollar Tree, actually. Hard Candy can make a few decent products. I like some of their products. But, alright. After liner, we are going to go in with a coat of black mascara, and this is nothing special. This is the e.l.f. Lash Extending Mascara. Nothing special. And I don't want to go heavy on my bottom lashes, just barely touch my outside lashes. We're going to finish the eyes after I do my eyelashes. We have one little thing left to do on the bottom of the eye there. But we're going to add our mascara. Ugh. But yeah, it's been like really hot here, and I'm so bored being out of work. Like, it's such a bummer to be out of work right now. It really is. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a single strip lash, and I think these are just, I'm not sure who these are by. I think these are just by Kiss, and I'm going to take my scissors, and I am going to cut this lash in half. And then I'm going to put these on my eyes. Like a piece of cat hair. What the fuck? But yeah, I'm super bummed about being out of work. It's actually been kind of a pain in the ass being home alone. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, I don't mind the time off work to rest and get my life back together and everything. And recover from the health stuff I'm going through. But it is a bummer. And I've been pretty bummed out. Alright, let me put this on. Just gonna drop this on my top lash line. And, like, I really only like wearing half sets of lashes. Like, I do those on my lashes. Like, I just cut them in half and just use a half set. Because I don't like a super crazy long eyelashes. I mean, that looks pretty on some girls, but for me, like, my eyes are already, like, look halfway closed already. And when I have those super, super, super fluffy lashes on, like, you can't see my eyes at all. Sometimes they're fun, but for me, these are just very wispy and pretty natural, and the band is really thin, which I like. Like, once these are dropped onto the lash line, you really can't see the band. I'm just using the Duo Lash Glue. This is just kind of like my trusty go-to product for applying false eyelashes. But yeah. this new job I'm going to start here in a little while, hopefully in the next month or two, is much closer, and it's going to be paying better, which is good, but I am worried the work environment's not going to be as welcoming and as wonderful as the work environment was at my old job. Alright, I think I can take my bangs down now. I have them pinned down my face. Ooh, messy bangs. I'm going to straighten these or something. But yeah, let's do lips and then we'll have a talk. I am just going to go over my lips with lip pencil. This is just the e.l.f. lip pencil in, I don't know what color, it's this color. And I like these because I have a little pencil sharpener on the lid. I'm not going to over exaggerate my mouth. This color is close to my natural lip color, just a couple shades darker, I think. Now, I'm just going to go over the outline of my mouth. I'm just going to fill in the sides a bit. And leave the middle open. And then I'm going to go over it with the, this is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. This is in the color Orchid. And it's just a nice neutral. I'm just gonna dab that on. It's a very glossy color. And then I'm gonna hit it with lip gloss because I like a lot of gloss. This is the item. I think this is the Lip Quip Moisturizing Lip Oil, and it is like a cherry colored gloss. And I'm gonna add this to the middle of my mouth. It's like a very glossy pink lip. And then I'm gonna take my Moonchild palette and I'm gonna use the pink shade, which is called Pink Heart, on my powder brush. And I'm just going to tap this on the tops of my cheekbones to give me a little bit of a glow. I like this look, it's nice and glowy. A little more on the bridge of my nose, center my nose, a bit on the chin. Just gonna do a little on Cupid's bow, not a lot. Little glow. And then I'm gonna hit my face with my setting spray just lightly to set everything in place and melt everything together. Alright, that is done. Let's go in the sunlight and look. This is a pretty eyeshadow look. And I feel so pretty in this. I was just playing around with makeup the other day, and I was doing this, and I was like, this is so pretty. Like, I have to show them how to do this. This is such a pretty look. Iridescent. I feel like a fairy in it, like, hands down. This is gonna be a good day now because I feel beautiful. And, you know, I hope it's that way for, like, everyone. Like, sometimes, like, just doing your makeup can really boost your day, like, so that's kind of what I've been doing lately, was I have literally, I bought a whole bunch of new makeup, and, there's old stuff in here in my makeup collection that I love, that, you know, I just wasn't using, or had kind of, not necessarily forgotten about, but, you know, I'd kind of put it aside. So I was like, okay, I'm out of work, so this is the perfect time for me to really dive back into my makeup and all of that, and doing all that stuff. So I have, and I'm happy about it, and, you know, I've just been playing around, trying to create new looks, and this is one of them I came up with, and I'm pretty proud of this one. I think this looks really pretty. You know, iridescent tones for me always look like the most gorgeous on like darker skin and stuff. Like I'm very pale, and I would say like my skin tone is somewhere between like cool and neutral. Like I think because of my Asian heritage, I can have a bit of a sort of neutral or sort of a yellow almost undertone. But there are cool tones in my skin. So yeah. But this was such a good excuse to try a bunch of new things, and new makeup brushes and see how they work. And so far, everything worked beautifully together. I'm so happy with this look. I'm happy with this day. I'm happy I was able to vlog and share it with you guys. You know, being a year sober has been an amazing journey, and I'm glad that you guys have been able to join me on this journey and be a part of it with me. You know, if you're still struggling, please reach out. I hope you get help. And to the friends that have recently come forward to me and said that they are taking the steps to get clean and better their life, I am so fucking proud of you guys. Like, really, you're doing the best thing for your life that you could possibly do. And, you know, I'm really proud of you guys for that. I don't know what else I want to say. The past year has just been, it's had a lot of ups and downs, but it has been a learning experience, and a beautiful one at that. I'm so incredibly grateful to be here with you guys and sharing this story with you. I don't know where I would be without my friends and without the support of all the people in my life that are supporting me. I may be out of work right now, I may be dealing with health issues, but that's not going to be forever. That's not going to be my life forever, hopefully. I mean, it could be, but like, I was promised that things would get a little bit easier for me after this next surgery, so wish me luck. Going under the knife always makes me a little bit nervous. It's not my favorite thing to do. I'm sure I don't know, I know people that are, like, addicted to plastic surgery, and I'm like, I don't know how you could be addicted to cutting open. Like, some people get addictions to stuff, and I'm like, who am I to judge, you know? But, like, still, I don't think anyone likes getting cut open, and I am particularly nervous about that. So, you know, but it is what it is, and I should be fine, and I am just looking forward to getting back to normal right now and going back to work. That's what I'm looking forward to, is being able to go back to work. So hopefully this new job is really great. This could be a much better opportunity for me, and the start of me and my boyfriend building a much better life together. It's not like life is bad right now. He's doing very well at his job. Everything's going great. We have been talking about getting married, actually. Nothing concrete in the works yet. I'm one of those people, like, I don't think I want to have a wedding. Like, I don't see the point in it. Like, if other people want to have weddings, that's fine. That's cool. They can go do them. But for me, I've been married before. I'm actually divorced. I got married at 16 years old. Yeah. Good choices were made back then. And I am divorced. I got divorced by the time I was 18. It was a very long time ago. Me and him don't talk anymore. And that's fine. Like, his family was super abusive to me, and he was kind of a piece of shit too, so. Yeah, no. He was one of those, like, white knight types. And really, he just kept sticking me into situations where it was benefiting him more than it was really benefiting me. And we ended up having a pretty bad falling out. And I kind of felt kind of bad about that, but at the same time, there was a lot of things I was asking of him that didn't seem too unreasonable, and he was, yeah, but that's enough about my old marriage. That's depressing. I don't want to talk about that. We don't talk anymore, and, you know, I wish him the best, but, I hope he stays the hell away from me. So, that kind of soured my feelings on marriage. And I'm not sure if I ever want to get married again. I don't know if I will. But me and my boyfriend have been talking about it, and I think it's the wedding I don't want to go through with. Like, I wouldn't mind going to, like, the courthouse or something and doing something like that. But as for having, like, a big wedding, that is just not what I'm wanting to do. Sorry, the light's changing. I'm walking into the kitchen. But yeah, that has not been something, like, the whole wedding planning thing. I've seen how stressed people get with it, and that's just not for me. But me and my boyfriend were talking about getting married, and I hope we do someday. I love him a lot, and I hope I spend the rest of my life with him. He is my squishy. And, you know, everything's going pretty good between us. Like, we had a rough patch there for a while, but we got through it. And I'm happy we did. So, you know, things could be better, they could be worse. All I know is that I am just really, like, grateful and happy to be here and sharing my story with you guys. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Hope you enjoy this makeup look. I don't know why I did that. Sorry. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you enjoyed my makeup. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell, you get notifications from me, all of that. I will see you guys later. Bye.